Hi, welcome back. We're the Cul-de-sac Mamas, and this is our YouTube channel, Kids, Cul-de-sac, and Cocktails.
Today we are going to show you how to make your dirty day 3 hair your best hair day ever.
So we have 3 different styles for you, depending on what you want to do on day 3. We are going to have a bun, a cute messy do, a braid, and then how to throw in some curls and accessorize. So here we go.
So I'm going to show you how to make your day 3 hair into a cute messy bun. Most likely, like for me, I've already had lots of product in it because I like to do a lot of curls. So having a lot of product in it is great. I have hairspray in my hair already from my curls yesterday. And also, when you're not washing your hair, dry shampoo is my lifesaver. What's good about dry shampoo is sometimes you're like, oh, it's expensive, but you can find it at like Ross or TJ Maxx in the beauty section for much cheaper, and the name brand kind too, and that's where I get mine. Okay, so I like starting like I look like a crazy woman, but I pull a little bit back like on the side right here, and you can tease it if you want to and make it kind of a little more poofy. I don't want my messy bun to look like super messy like I just went to the gym. I want my messy bun to look kind of like a messy, like formal updo so that it looks nice, and I wear it to work all the time, like I'm talking all the time. So first thing I do is I pin back that side part, and then I like to make sure all my hair is straight. So I go like this and I brush the back. This like helps there not to be any bumps when I put my hair up in a ponytail. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have it as high pretty much as I can get it on the top of my head. We'll fix like me looking bald and stuff like that later, don't worry. So now it's at the top of my head. I'm going to pull it through my ponytail, but not all the way. Some people pull all the way, I never do. And then you just wrap it a bunch of times, and I end up making it as tight as possible because my hair likes to fall out. So now I kind of look like a crazy person, but I'm going to make it look better. So how I do that is I pull these pieces out and kind of flare out the natural part that's like a boingy, slinky kind of. So I pull that and then I flip it under. The reason why I flip it under like this is because if you flip it any other way, it looks silly and it doesn't look updo-ish. It looks more, I don't know, not cute. So don't do that. So you just grab it, flip it, and grab a bobby pin, and you pin it. And you just continue to do that throughout your hair. And what's really great to do with this is if you have like a favorite bandana or favorite earrings or something like that that you want to put on with it, it makes a really, really, really cute way of like making a cute style and still looking like a messy bun. So then I pull out the back parts because I don't want to look like I'm balding. For those of you that have thin hair too, you understand. And then usually I have a flat iron on hand and I just curl these under and curl my back flyaways. And like I said, you add a really cute pair of earrings and you are ready to go. So that is my really simple, really easy messy bun updo.
Okay, so this is my day 3 hair. I haven't curled it since day 1. It's day 3, I've got to go to work. I don't really want to go to work with my hair looking like this, so sometimes in the morning I'll plug in my flat iron, grab some dry shampoo and a brush, and maybe 5 minutes, just to kind of give it some curl and some more life. So what I first do is brush out my hair, get all those knots out. I already have my flat iron heated. Usually I do like between 350 and 400. I don't want to fry my hair, so I'll show you how I do it. So usually I concentrate in the front and kind of some in the back. You don't really have to worry about the bottom so much because it's supposed to look kind of like a beachy, effortless curl. So you just grab the front part of your hair and you take your flat iron and you just twist it around your flat iron and drop it all the way down, and you have a curl. And so if you want it to be curlier, you leave it. If you don't want it as curly, sometimes I'll hold it down. And at the end, you can always just finger curl it. So there's the front part, huge difference. And I'll kind of just go through really quick. And sometimes I'm like talking to my husband while I'm doing this, or catching up on the news. Just kidding, I don't watch the news, but you know. And then you just go through, add some curls, So I skipped quite a bit, but it'll still look like I actually tried and did something with my hair. So I threw in some random curls. Sometimes, especially if you wear your hair towards the front a lot, you can add some curls just underneath right here so it looks more complete. Okay, and then once you're done, you just run your fingers through it. And I usually put my dry shampoo at the end just because my roots are looking a little bit greasy and a little bit flat. So I usually pull up just 2 layers. Okay, and then I just kind of brush it through with my fingers just to give it some volume. And then it looks like, oh, my hair's clean and washed and curled. And there you go.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about how to use accessories to cover up and kind of distract in a good way from messy, greasy, unwashed hair. So one of my go-tos clearly are headbands, and I really love these kind of top knot headbands that are really in right now. They have them everywhere. I got some of these from Anthro and Amazon, and they have some at Nordstrom. You can like just pull your hair back, and it kind of just distracts from the eye, or you can kind of leave some up front, some hair up front, and kind of make a little romantic do. And takes a second, and it's so effortless. And I think the more dimension that a headband has, the better. So it's not just like slicking back your hair; it kind of draws the eye up to like an interesting piece. So that's one of the pieces that I have. Another accessory I think is really fun, and these are super in right now, are these oversized hair clips. I do this all the time. I kind of like to just put hair to the side and just clip part of it back. And again, it's just like a fun, romantic, effortless little thing you can do to your hair. If you're feeling uninspired, I think this is a really good go-to. Doesn't require a lot of thought. Okay, and so for the last accessory that I like to go to are these hair scrunchies I got off of Amazon. They have little ribbons on them, and I think it's really fun. And we put our hair in a ponytail, just so you can see a super easy ponytail. I'm just going to use a hair ribbon to kind of add just a little fun and flirty do. And it's so simple, you guys. It just makes it kind of more of a fun updo without having to do too much work. So those are just 3 little things I like to keep in my bathroom when I'm feeling uninspired and just want an easy thing to do with my hair.
So we're going to do a day 3 braid that works really well, especially if you have short to medium length hair. We already brushed her hair and it's parted down the middle. The only things that you need is a few bobby pins and then a few of the small poly bands that we're going to add to the end. So I'm just going to French braid her hair on either side. And then at the end, I know that Melina prefers to have some hair coming out, kind of a more romantic look. So if you like that, you can always pull it out once you finish the braid. Just because you're not going to be braiding too tight, it's more of like an effortless loose braid. Okay, so the French braids are super messy. Don't worry if it's not tight. You don't necessarily want it tight on the bottom. When I put the little poly bands on the end, I just kind of wrapped it and did a little bun because it's going to be easier to hide this than loose ends. So this is where you're going to take your bobby pins and you take the braid. Because there's so much loose right here, the little baby hairs, I usually just flip it. So you take your braid, flip it up, and right there you're going to put a bobby pin to secure it. These are gold bobby pins. You could always use your own hair color so you can't see them. This little end right here, I'm going to tuck it into, like put your finger through her braid and tuck it inside of the braid so it's hidden. And right there, I'm gonna put another bobby pin to secure that one. Okay. I'll come around with this next braid and just put it underneath. And right here, I'm just gonna put my finger through her existing braid and make a hole for this to hide and go in. And then secure it in there. Okay, and then coming around the front, so she likes hair coming down and like her little baby hairs on the end, you can pull those out. And then even though this looks really pretty, if you wanted to, because it's such a light, such a loose braid, and you're able to just pull out her hairs in the front really easy without disturbing the braid. And then you can always too come through and loosen up the braid more just so it looks fuller. And there you go.